Hello, my name is Jeremy Litwicki. I'm the founder of LATT SEO, and I work with e-commerce brands to help them generate more revenue online by ranking their site better in organic search. And what I'm doing with this video here is looking at this site here, I believe it's pronounced Broovy, and going through and doing an SEO audit on this site to see if there's any ways this site can be improved from a search engine optimization perspective to help them rank better and get more traffic. So the first thing to do is look at just a general look and feel at the site. Most times if there's something glaring off of the site, that would be a first recommendation. But from a technical and an SEO perspective, first thing I like to do is look at this tool here called Ahrefs. And there are a number of different data points here, but the two I like to look at first are referring domains. And a referring domain is a unique instance of a different website on the internet linking to this site here. And this gives us an idea as to how strong their initial presence is. And then the other factor that helps us determine that too is looking at DR, or domain rating. DR is on a 0 to 100 scale and essentially lets us know how strong or how authoritative the site is based on generally high quality and trustworthy and high powered links or referring domains coming to the site. So that being said, it looks like there's not a ton of history here for this brand here, which is fine, but there's likely then big opportunity to help them rank better. So first thing to look at after the initial outline here is looking at the keyword chart. And if we look here, this shows all keywords and phrases this site is ranking for in Google. You can see 1,713. And we have blog articles and help articles and things like that. So what I want to do is filter those out. And if we go to URL doesn't contain, and if we go blogs and help, then this will filter this down to 354 keywords for likely for product pages or primary pages on the site, potentially collections pages as well. And as I'm scrolling through here, I see they have a descaling solution, descaler product here, and I don't see anything about coffee brewing, coffee maker, things like that. So I did some manual keyword searching here and found a key phrase coffee brewer, and it looks like that key phrase gets about 1,900 searches. So nothing crazy there, but the other opportunity here would be coffee maker. And if we drill into these keywords and look at the full potential for them, first of all, we'll look at coffee maker, and you can see here, this key phrase is massive, as you can imagine. And it looks like the total potential for coffee maker per month is 2 million searches from almost 45,000 different keywords. Now you have some huge brands in here, Keurig and Ninja, Cuisinart, things like that. So that is really skewing the data set here. But, and this would probably not be a keyword that would make sense to focus on for a newer site and a newer brand because of the nature of the competitiveness of this key phrase. But if we look at coffee brewer, for example, and we look at the search results here quickly, you can see the site's ranking here. So we have coffee brewer, simplygoodcoffee.com, brew company, NY Times, Mocha Master, Bun, their commercial, Blue Bottle Coffee. And the next thing to look at then here would be the DR, domain rating, which is this column here. And you can see Simply Good Coffee 39, 30, 94, 63, 66, 75, 96. Now the value of doing this is it lets us know quickly if it makes sense for us to target this key phrase. And if we look here back at Broovy's data, you can see DR 33. So slightly out of the range here, actually, never mind, in the range of the sites that are ranking in the top 3. So that gives us an idea as to this is a keyword that we could compete for based on that data alone. Now other data points to look at then would be some of the content on the site and keywords and things like that. So for that, what I want to do, actually before I do that, top keyword here is best coffee maker. So let's look at this data. So if we look at just best coffee maker, the total volume here is 189,000 searches per month. So huge opportunity here. And let's look at the search results for this. Okay, this is extremely competitive, and these look like mostly affiliate type sites or Reddit results. So this key phrase would be more difficult to rank for, but you have Simply Good Coffee ranking at number 8 for that. So something that over time absolutely we could compete for. Okay, now next thing to look at then would be the content suggestions here. So this tool, I've shown this in a couple of videos, but if you haven't seen one of my videos before, this tool is called Surfer SEO. And what I do is I take a key phrase and I put it into the search here, and then I take the URL that we want to rank for. And what this does is looks at the top ranking sites in Google for this key phrase and gives us an expected range of what we need to have on our site, or this site for example, to rank better. And first thing to look at is content density. So as we look here at true density, coffee brewer was the key phrase. So we have coffee maker is recommended to have 9 to 39 times, and we have it 3 times here. And let's see. So sometimes this data is, I always recommend taking any of these data points with a grain of salt, because this isn't showing us any data for coffee brewer right now. So if we hide this detail here, we still get an idea as to how much content we need. And you can see here we're in the expected range of content based on the top ranking sites, so that is good. However, gives us an idea as to keywords and other factors that we should have in place to optimize better. And one of those would be add one exact keyword in the H1. And it looks like none of these other sites have coffee brewer in the H1. And again, this is also a discussion to have with the client to determine, is coffee brewer the best key phrase to rank this page for, or would coffee maker make more sense? And it looks like if we do a search here for brewer's on here a number of different times, and maker is on here just 3 times, and I'm not seeing exactly where it is. Potentially in the user generated content reviews at the bottom here. Actually here, yeah, here's one. Best tasting coffee maker. So something to think about there and to discuss prior to figuring out what makes most sense to optimize for after getting some data, but determining, is coffee brewer the primary key phrase for this, and or do you want to market this or brand this as a coffee maker instead? So something to think about there. And then keyword in title, simply good. They're ranking first and they have the exact keyword in their title. That's not surprising. And then one other item to look at here would be characters in title. So this is one of the biggest opportunities for most e-commerce sites, or most sites in general, is making sure your title is optimized correctly. And you can see here, Simply Good Coffee, they have 34 characters, and the expected or allowed range you could have for characters in your title is 55 to 70. So it looks like Brew Company is actually beyond that a little bit, but all of these other sites have an under-optimized or underutilized, they might be properly optimized, but they're underutilized in terms of space for their title. And the value there is not only can you include the primary keyword or phrase you want to rank for, but you can include some secondary options as well. And I always recommend to have it so that it reads well. Don't just stuff keywords into your title, but make it so that you can utilize this, because this is the first element search engines see and determine, or use to determine, what your page is about. So this is absolutely something that is a massive opportunity for optimization. Even if you didn't want to have content on the page for anything about coffee makers, you could still have it in the title. Coffee, so this is just brewers. So from a search engine perspective, they don't know what this page is about other than it's about brewers. And adding in information like coffee brewer or coffee brewer making great coffee and espresso, something like that, and I'm just kind of spitballing here, but you get the point, I think, is that using the title properly and optimizing it correctly is a massive opportunity to help you rank better for not only your primary keyword, but also additional or secondary keywords as well. So hopefully this video is valuable for you, whether you are associated with this brand or not. My goal with these videos is just to show a little bit about the process that we go through from an SEO perspective and an analysis perspective, and like I said, provide some value. So hopefully this was valuable, and I'll see you in the next one.